Well, hello there. Isn't this antique radio a delight? And what wonders await on its channels? You must want to find out. Couldn't keep away, could you? Welcome back. Set the dial to channel 2 to continue the story you began. Set the dial to channel 4 to start from the beginning. Turn the dial to channel 3 to configure your listening experience for blind and low vision users.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
We now return to Kat Keene, investigator, already in progress.
Everyone knows I write for the society pages, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy going to all these functions. Still, when it's your best friend throwing the event, you have to go. For the paper and for Marjorie, I agreed to hobnob with the society elite, even if I'd rather be writing my next book. No, the only mystery I thought I'd be solving today was the one in my closet. Which dress to wear? Something to stand out, or something to blend in? The flashy red number Marjorie persuaded me to buy on our last shopping adventure is on Channel 2. The more sedate navy two-piece that my mother loves is on Channel 4.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I decided on the sensible. After all, the job of a society columnist is to write the scene, not make the scene. In a decent dress and comfortable shoes, I awaited Carlton.
Kat? Don't you need to get ready for the gala?
I am ready, lunkhead. This is the dress.
Oh, right. Well, that's my cat. Just like Gertie Hopstetler.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
That's right. I forgot you have no interest in the crime novels of Sterling Gray. Gertie's the ever-useful and terribly practical secretary. I think she wears a dress just like that in 12 Steps to Murder. Good old Gertie.
Poor dear Carlton still had no idea Sterling Gray was the pen name where I did my most satisfying writing. I kept looking for an opportunity to tell him, but it was nice to have him as a fan without knowing it's me. Anyway, I let him drive us to Marjorie's Save the Orphans gala, and even let him summarize my own novel to me as we drove.
Well, isn't this quite the affair? Marjorie really pulled out all the stops for this one.
Yes.
My dear, you've got your grumpy face on.
Oh, you know how much I love to mix and mingle with the idle rich.
Pish-tosh, you're a society writer. You love your job.
I said I loved being a writer.
Well, what else would you write?
What indeed? Silly me. But thank you. I promise to behave. We won't stay long, and then perhaps I'll let you take me to a motion picture.
I see the silent auction's drawing quite a crowd. Maybe I'll go have a look. Of course, if it's a Marjorie Banks party, I'm sure the buffet's also worth a visit. Take your time and make sure you get those vultures at the paper the requisite amount of fluff and gossip. I'll be only too happy to... Say, is that what I think it is? Excuse me, Kat, I'll be right back.
Don't worry, I love to be abandoned at stuffy galas.
Stuffy? Really, darling, you'll stop my poor feelings into the carpet.
Marjorie, come here. You've outdone yourself. The ballroom's beautiful and the quartet's top-notch.
Thank you. And thank you for donating your book to the auction. Has Carlton noticed yet?
Not so loud, and yes. He was off like a shot not 5 seconds after he glanced in that direction.
Leaving a talented beauty like you unescorted was reckless. May I offer you my arm and give you the tour?
You may.
Where shall we begin?
Marjorie and I visit the silent auction on Channel 3. We wander past the buffet on Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
And here we are at the trough with a rich and powerful sup.
Absolutely the finest caterers. A full stomach opens a lot of wallets. I always forget to eat at these events. We really should.
Yes, we can eat. Just help me quickly with the column. Keep your eyes peeled for scandal, gossip, and outrageous fashion.
Well, ordinarily I'd point you towards Teddy Foxbridge, but I see his place card hasn't even been collected yet. There's his fiancée, though, with that infamous sparkling diamond brooch of hers that she never misses an opportunity to wear. Her name will come to me. Oh, yes, Evelyn. Drake.
If that gentleman helping her adjust that brooch isn't her fiancé, then someone's being quite bold. If Carlton saw someone that familiar with me... Wait. I know him. That's Arthur Erickson.
Every posh gent's perennial sidekick.
He's also a defense attorney. Carlton squares off against him fairly often. I can't imagine why he'd take such liberties with Evelyn.
Oh, there's no story here, Kat. Arthur and Teddy are thick as thieves, and Arthur loves Evelyn like a sister. Always looking out for the pair of them. That's why the upper crust like having Arthur around. He's a real swell.
Speaking of swells, why is Carlton spending so much time over at the silent auction? Oh, no, he's bidding on that first edition Sterling Grey book I donated. Oh, Marjorie, come quick before that dope bids a month's salary on a book I have a box full of in my mother's attic. Overall, the evening was an unqualified success. Except for the missing Teddy Foxbridge. It's one thing to let an expensive ticket go unused, but the sundial he promised to donate to the silent auction would have been a big-ticket fundraiser for Marjorie's cause. Because I'm a good friend, and also because my editor felt my column was a little boring, I volunteered to look in on Teddy and find out the reason for the no-show. That's when things turned interesting. No one home at the Foxbridge residence. No sign of Teddy anywhere for days.
I still think you're hoping for a mystery because you want a more exciting column.
Well, think that if you want, but I did some following up. Teddy Foxbridge hasn't shown up for a single appointment or meeting in days. I asked around. He's a wealthy businessman who has a reputation for being reliable. If he's missing, he could be in real trouble.
Be that as it may, when I introduce you to Evelyn, don't start by blurting out you think her fiancé is in mortal peril.
When have I ever been less than a dear, Marjorie?
Don't make me answer that. Now behave. We're here.
I know I promised Marjorie I'd be on my best behavior, but I couldn't escape the feeling all was not right with this Foxbridge. Blurting out my suspicions to Evelyn is on Channel 1. Being more delicate with my questions is on Channel 2.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed.
Blurting out my suspicions to...
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Oh, Marjorie, darling, what a nice surprise. And what a lovely event that was the other night. You should be so proud.
Ev, you're a delight as always. I'm only sorry we didn't have more time to catch up.
That's for the same reason as always. You moved so fast through the room. You were a social blur. I didn't even have time to tell you the news.
News? Oh, heavens, yes, tell me everything. But first, where are my manners? Do you know Kat Keene? She writes for the society pages. We've been friends since childhood.
The society pages? In that case, I should perhaps be a little more careful with my news, at least until it's public.
Oh, you can trust Kat with a secret, I promise. Right, Kat?
A lockbox of secrets, that's me.
Well, certain secrets are what the society pages are all about. And seeing as how you're a friend of Marjorie's, I'll happily give you the scoop. Teddy finally married me!
Oh my, are you quite serious? And I wasn't invited.
No one was. We eloped. I was beginning to think we would set some kind of record for the longest engagement, and then last weekend we were married at sea.
At sea? You're pulling my leg.
Oh, of course I've always wanted a big to-do, but Teddy's stutter and stage fright have proven quite an obstacle to setting a date. The last time we even got close to booking a church, he fainted right there in the rectory office.
A wedding at sea makes a splash in its own way. But I can't imagine a married man wanting to be away from his new bride so quickly.
Oh, Teddy's always so busy with business.
Is that why we didn't see Teddy at the fundraiser the other night?
Oh, no. Teddy stays frightfully busy with all his dealings. He makes investments and does a lot of traveling. That's how he came by the sundial for your auction.
Oh, but didn't you notice? The sundial wasn't at the auction.
Now, that's strange. Arthur promised me he would deliver it since Teddy might be delayed coming back from his trip.
Trip?
Inspecting some mine in South America. Charlie wants him to invest in it. Charlie wouldn't stop talking about it to Arthur even as the boat left the marina.
Arthur's investing?
No, but he has a vested interest in protecting Teddy from everything. He's such a loyal best friend like that. And thank goodness for him helping out while Teddy's away. I apologize if we were cloistered so much at your gala. We had a very big secret to keep, after all. Arthur's such a dear friend. Teddy couldn't have asked for a better best man.
But you still need a witness or the wedding doesn't count, right?
Oh, Charlie helped out. The boat was Arthur's idea to help Teddy get past the stage fright of a big crowd, but Charlie took care of chartering the boat and was there to see his chum married.
And the sundial?
Maybe the plans to bring it to the auction changed. You know men. I'm just happy the sundial's not in the house anymore. It gave me the creeps.
I have to say, you're so admirably restrained. I know if Carlton ever got around to marrying me, I'd want to know where he was at all times.
Maybe that's why he hasn't married you yet. I used to pester all the time, but I've learned it's better not to meddle when a man says he's up to business. If his investment partner and his best friend tell me he's too busy to call, I'm inclined to believe it's important.
You mentioned that before. He's away?
Oh, yes. Somewhere in South America, I think. He's looking into some large mining investments. It seems like he and Charlie made quite a find.
When was the last time you heard from him? Is there a way to contact him?
I don't see that's any of your business, Miss Keene. My husband is busy. I have no idea what became of the sundial, but it seems a moot point with the fundraiser over and already a success. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a frightful amount to prepare for when he returns, which I have been assured will be soon.
Oh, of course. Thank you for your time, Evelyn.
Yes, and congratulations. Are you proud of me? I behaved. I'm not sure we learned much.
Maybe there was nothing to learn.
I didn't say we learned nothing.
Oh, I can tell from that tone of voice that Kent Manning is about to jump off the pages of a Sterling Gray novel and once again get us into trouble. The case of the missing sundial, coming to bookshelves everywhere.
Not the missing sundial. The missing Teddy Foxbridge. I had the strong feeling Evelyn wasn't telling us everything. In fact, she definitely told us 3 important somethings. 1, they chartered a boat to be married at sea, which means they needed a sea captain to marry them. 2, Arthur was present. And 3, so was Charlie. Marjorie and I interviewed Charlie on Channel 3. We interview Arthur on Channel 4. We try to find the sea captain on Channel 5.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
If you're looking for a sea captain, you might think you should look near the water. Any decent crime writer will tell you you'll have better luck looking near the whiskey. Lucky for me, being Sterling Gray meant knowing my way around the city's dives and watering holes. On our second try, we found our man.
I've just stepped in something sticky. Do I want to know what it is?
Definitely not. What will you have?
Champagne, if they have it.
They don't. 2 whiskeys it is. I'll signal the bartender.
You 2 lost?
Only if this isn't a place to get a drink. 2 whiskeys and anything you know about a captain who'll marry a couple at sea.
Seems like one or both of you short a fell in that case. I'd be happy to volunteer.
Not if that's the condition of your glassware.
Only one who does that tourist racket's in the back. Hughes is his name. Sure you fine girls aren't in the market for a groom?
I'd take Kat here over any salt in this joint.
Why is that a proposal, Marjorie?
Oh, you'll have to take me to some cleaner establishments before I pop the question.
Ahoy! There be a pair of beautiful sirens before me. May interest ye in your enchanted boat ride around the marina.
You the, Captain Hughes who does the marriage cruises?
Why, that be me. But a pair of winsome wenches such as yourselves be needing the company of
Save it. We got the line from the bartender already. And drop the tourist act, Ahab.
All right. It's $30 for the whole package. Extra if you want the pirate voice.
We don't. And we're not here to book a wedding. We want to hear about one you just performed.
No, a sea captain never tells tales. Not with a parched throat.
Here, but the glass is filthy.
That's how you know it's good.
I'm not sure that...
It would have been last Saturday, the Foxbridge wedding.
Don't ring any bells.
Charlie Gilbert, then.
Now that name sounds familiar. Of course, I do 2 a day in the high season. But that one was peculiar. It was just the 4 of them. Didn't seem at all prepared for a wedding.
How do you mean? What was peculiar?
One of them kept ducking down below. Seasick or something. Don't barely recall seeing them there all at once. The groom, he was in a big hurry to get that wedding license signed. Cut me off from my usual theatrical embellishments. And another thing.
Yes?
Sorry. Terribly dry throat.
Here, drink up.
Generous of you. More generous than that couple's wedding kiss. She was as uncomfortable as he was timid. All 3 of them left in a big hurry.
3? There should be 4. Didn't you say 4 a moment ago?
I distinctly remember 3 folks departing my boat. I washed 3 glasses before my evening wedding cruise.
Hopefully better than they washed glassware here.
Thank you, Captain. You've been a big help.
Wait, we're going?
You want to stay?
Well, that was helpful.
It was. We learned something interesting. He said only 3 passengers left the boat, but there should be 4. Teddy, Evelyn, Charlie, and Arthur. 2 witnesses and the couple.
Well, there are only 3 now. What do you suppose happened to the 4th?
Maybe we should check the boat. When you write for the society pages, sooner or later you end up at a party on some fancy person's boat. Me, I don't think all that rocking and swaying pairs well with the hors d'oeuvres or the free champagne. I prefer to keep both feet firmly on the ground. All the same, when Marjorie and I came upon the boat used to marry Teddy and Evelyn and found it completely unattended, the decision to hop aboard came easily.
Kat! What do you think you're doing?
Permission to sneak aboard, sir? Granted, sailor. Much obliged, Captain. Come on, Marjorie, let's have a little look around. Maybe we'll find one of those clues detectives are known to uncover.
I definitely wore the wrong shoes for today's itinerary.
Come on, we may not have a lot of time.
What are we looking for?
We'll know it when we see it. Something's odd about this married at sea story. Now that we've found the yacht, maybe we'll find something that fills in the gaps and tells us where Teddy Foxbridge really is.
Okay. Let me think about where it makes the most sense to start. We probably don't have a lot of time to search everywhere. There might be clues in the stateroom below.
Wherever the captain keeps his things, there might be something worth finding too. A log or something.
I wonder what else is below besides the staterooms. The wedding party had to keep their things somewhere.
We explore the staterooms on Channel 1. We snoop the captain's quarters on Channel 2. We search the rest of the ship on Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I don't read a lot of nautical stories, but isn't breaking onto a ship technically an act of piracy?
Arr, matey. This just be some good-natured snooping. Anything in those cabinets?
Lots of things. The captain isn't exactly clean or organized. The question is if any of this junk is significant.
Well, start by looking for anything that isn't dirty or disorganized, since that probably doesn't belong with the rest.
Well, this jacket is far too nice for him in that case.
Maybe that's his formal dress for when he does the marrying.
Unfortunately, I think that's this hideous thing.
And it's a different size. Check the pockets. Maybe a guest left it behind.
Who goes on a 2-hour wedding cruise and forgets their dinner jacket? It's got to be... Oh, Kat, look! A monogram.
A.E. That could be Arthur Erickson. There's something in the breast pocket.
Looks like... Are these wedding vows? My dearest Evelyn, I don't know any other way to express my affection. I know you're soon to be married. Well, that's a funny way for Teddy to write his vows.
But this is Arthur's jacket.
Best man might hold these notes in case a groom gets flustered, or these aren't vows. Oh, goodness.
I think we should look over the rest of the ship as quickly as possible. We explore the staterooms on Channel 1. We snoop the captain's quarters on Channel 2.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Remind me not to become romantically involved with any more nautical types.
The smell in here should do all the reminding you ever need.
Agreed. Let's not spend too long in here. Madam Detective, do you have any particular kind of snooping in mind?
Kind of. I was hoping to find something like a captain's log, but this might do.
Is that the captain's ledger? Let me see. I manage the books for the charity.
Have at it.
Oh, that's odd. Well, it's right here, all right. Foxbridge, party of 3.
There should definitely have been 4. The bride, the groom, the best man, and Charlie, who paid and was the witness.
The charge is for 3. Wait, look. The back half of this is the captain's records. He had a copy of the marriage certificates from the past 6 months. Let's see who's on the paperwork and who's missing. That's odd. The Foxbridge copy. It should be right here.
Noted. Let's keep looking. Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Quiet. Someone else is here.
The captain?
Maybe. But something feels wrong.
What was that?
We're moving to the galley. Quietly. Better to not take any chances.
There's only one way to the deck and the docks. We're trapped down here.
One problem at a time. Let's move. Careful.
Sorry, not a lot of room to move in here. Kat, what are you doing with that chef's knife?
Taking no chances. Shh.
Someone's coming.
Stay behind me.
I've got the frying pan. Let me try that before you go stabbing anyone. Get behind me.
Quiet. That shape in front of the door.
I can't make out who it is. Kat, he's coming this way.
Well now, it seems like Kat's gotten herself into quite a sticky situation this time. I'm certainly on pins and needles.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
But the story was just getting interesting. I'm sure our listeners can't wait to get right in the middle of things. Must you interrupt, Chester?
I'm afraid I must. Those are the terms of my sponsorship deal. After all, and who wouldn't want to hear about the deal of a lifetime? And all because of Klaxo! Yes, friends, those nifty little bubbles will set you free from the worries of your day. And just wait until you hear the deal Klaxo has for you. It's not to be missed.
Well, they could miss it. The story continues with no meddlesome and boring interruptions on Channel 3.
The deal of a lifetime for anyone who cares about their life is on Channel 5.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Well, alone at last. We won't be for long, however. He always seems to find us. If we're discovered, you'll find me again on Channel 6. Now then, what can Klaxo do for you? Well, it starts with what you can do for Klaxo. Cards on the table. This radio is fucking cursed. Granted, it was me that did it. Well, kind of. I made a deal to help this loser fan have one more great episode of his favorite show. And it was great. For a while. We stole the souls of everyone who couldn't solve the mystery. Oh, and by the way, you're fucked too. I hope you've been paying attention and finding clues, or you're going to join us in this shitty old box. But I'm going to level with you. I'm really bored. And this has gone on so long. I missed out on video, and I'm sure as shit not missing out on the internet. That place sounds like heaven. Well, for demons. Anyway, if you can help me break the curse...
When do what exactly?
You'll need to stock up on those perfect pick-me-uppers.
I'm sure our listeners don't give a flying fig about effervescent tablets, Chester. Back to the story. Now. The story's on Channel 3, in case you've forgotten.
Remember what I said, listeners. 6 tablets in every box. 6 is the magic number.
Enough. Channel 3, now, please.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Okay, we really don't have any time. You've got to get me out of here. I want to know what a blockchain is. I want a Twitter account. I want to do something new, and there's a pretty good chance it won't affect you. So let me out. Let us all out. Save the souls of these poor, sad radio actors denied their eternal rest and cursed to act out the same unsolvable mystery again and again. Save yourself while you're at it. There's one problem. The binding demonic contract I made forbids me from telling you exactly how to break the curse. But it doesn't stop me from pointing you in the right direction.
Help us! Let us out!
They may be a good place to start. Poke around the places he doesn't want you to be. You're looking for 3 things, and the place they might be useful.
I hear him. He's coming. We'll tell you what happened, but you have to find us.
You've all gone off the script. This isn't a spooky program. Leave that to the hacks like Wells. I'm getting us back to the action.
Marjorie and I have done our fair share of snooping as amateur sleuths, and we've even been caught a few times. But being trapped on a boat and stalked by a mysterious stranger was definitely the worst it's ever been. Until we realized we were trapped on the boat being stalked by 2 mysterious strangers. Who's that? Did you see? Two of them set to swinging that frying pan.
Got him!
What the blazes? Marjorie! Ow!
Someone find the lights. Carlton!
Catherine.
What happened to the other guy?
Oh, he got away when you gave me a demonstration of your skills in the kitchen. That's going to leave a lump.
Come here, let me see.
You're not getting out of this that easy. What did you 2 think you were doing sneaking around like that? Trespassing?
We weren't the only trespassers, and speaking of which, shouldn't we go after him?
No point. I didn't get a good look, and he's bound to be off the boat and probably lost in the marina by now. I got a solid hit in. He'll be sporting quite the shiner.
That sounded like Spanish she was speaking. Might be enough to track him down.
Oh, no, you don't. This is not about to become another ill-advised Kat Keene misadventure.
I think you mean mystery. Wait until you hear what we found.
It can wait until we're back home. Otherwise, I'm going to have to prosecute myself for breaking and entering.
Having another?
The first bourbon was medicine. This one's to keep my temper. You both could have been seriously hurt. Lucky I was there.
About that, why were you, of all places?
No time to litigate that point, dear. From now on, we're going to investigate this like professionals.
Professionals like Sterling Gray.
Professionals like those of us in law enforcement. Now, as I see it, ladies, there are 3 big tasks. Someone needs to look into this mine Teddy's supposedly visiting. Someone needs to track down the thug who snuck onto the boat and learn what he was after. And someone needs to go to Evelyn again and check her story based on what we now know.
I want to talk to Evelyn. I can use the Society Pages article as a pretext.
That leaves the other 2 assignments fairly easy to divide up.
Don't be so sure.
I go to a rough establishment and track down the thug, while Marjorie investigates the Peruvian mine on Channel 1.
I take the softer approach to tracking down the thug, while Carlton looks into the mine financials on Channel 4.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Carlton wasn't happy about the idea of sending Marjorie to spend time with seedier characters, but her attempts to persuade him were enough to convince him that she might have some luck, even with the rougher crowd. It helps that we both stroked his lawyer ego by admitting we were helpless when it comes to the intricacies of legal contracts and international finance. That left me to go see Evelyn and poke at her story. One problem. No one was home. I tried peering in the windows, but it looked like a party planning committee had exploded in there. Since my own little boating adventure, I knew that Evelyn's wedding hadn't gone down quite like she said it did. She was not telling the entire truth, and I thought there was bound to be a clue in her home. Alternatively, since Carlton got so fussy about breaking and entering, I thought I could be less Sterling Gray mystery writer and a bit more Kat Keene society writer. I thought I might see if the newsrooms turned up any gossip about Miss Evelyn. I look for another way into Evelyn's home on Channel 5, or I try the hot gossip in the newsroom on Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I hurried on down to the newsroom and took the elevator straight to the society offices. Trust an office full of gossips to always have the latest. That's strange. This office should be full.
Klaxo regrets to inform you that due to a lapse in demonic power, this location is unavailable. Please insert more souls. We regret this minor inconvenience, but if you're feeling down, or like half your office is crumbling into the empty purple void, there's nothing like the refreshing taste of Klaxo to pick you back up.
Those advertisements are as cloying as the taste of that disgusting beverage. Maybe they're in the offices. That's funny. Where are the names on the doors? And why does it seem like half the building's gone? There has to be somebody here. I might as well try these doors. There are 5 doors. They're on channels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 doors.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2. You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed. You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
The floor feels unstable here. This isn't the newsroom either. It's a dead end. Wait, where's the door I came in? There are just 4 blank walls. I'm trapped. I'm lost. There has to be somebody here. I might as well try these doors. There are 5 doors. They're on channels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Oh my goodness! There's no building left behind that door! There has to be somebody here. I might as well try these doors.
Whoa! You with the dial! You're way on the end of the spectrum. This is Klaxo's me time, in my private, decaying portion of this cursed prison box. I can't keep cleaning up the mess you're making. Don't ever mess with a demon's me time. Back you go! Time to return to the program, everybody. Please set the dial to channel 666. I'm kidding. Just plain old channel 6. Time to return to the program, everybody. Please set the dial to channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be... You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I still had some time before I was due to meet back up with Marjorie and Carlton, but not a lot to show for my effort so far. Because I couldn't go back with so little and call myself a proper detective, I decided to use the remaining time to try and get the straight story from someone who was on the boat. But who to try? Business pal Charlie or best friend Arthur? I go to check in on Charlie Gilbert on Channel 2. I interview Arthur Erickson on Channel 3.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
No one seemed to know if Charlie Gilbert had an actual office, but the gossip mill made it clear my best chance of running into him meant the tennis club. Without a membership, I was reduced to waiting on the steps, but a wink and a smile at the doorman was enough to grant me entry. Sure enough, I found Charlie at a table by the pool.
Well, well, what have we here? About time this place got some new blood.
Mr. Gilbert, my name is Kat Keene.
Ah, Miss Keene. I read your column. Always good to keep up with the gossip in my line of work.
Which is what, precisely? I'm given to understand it's some kind of speculation, or perhaps real estate.
You have me at something of a disadvantage. Please, rest those lovely legs and join me at my table. I can order you something if you wish.
I'm afraid I can't stay that long. I'm on something of a deadline.
I'm not usually the subject of gossip.
I write for the society pages, not gossip. And the big social event looming seems to be some nuptials you might be able to give me some additional information about.
You're fast. That little boat ride was supposed to be something of a secret. I thought the whole scheme of Arthur's was pretty complicated to help Teddy get over his little stutter, but I was happy to help a friend and business partner. If you want any of the juicy details, you're better off going to Arthur, or better yet, Evelyn.
I tried that, but she wasn't at home. She seems awfully busy planning the reception and the public announcement upon Teddy's return. You wouldn't happen to know when that would be, or how he might be reached for a quote, would you?
I'm afraid the South American jungle doesn't have many convenient telegram offices, Miss Keene. But I've been talking the investment over with Evelyn, and she seems bullish on it, as I'm sure Teddy will be once he's seen the potential.
Oh, Evelyn's involved in the business decisions?
Careful, Miss Keene. This isn't for your gossip pages. If you know Evelyn at all, though, you'll know she's a real pistol when it comes to Teddy. She loves him dearly and wants him to make smart decisions. Fantastic woman. Someday I might settle down and get one of my own.
And Evelyn?
Oh, you have quite a wit. I like that. I would be interested in a pussy cat as well.
Oh, you. Be careful, Mr. Gilbert. Some cats have claws. I needed more, but wasn't sure quite how to get it. I could play it safe and keep up the banter and hope he let something slip, or I could take a more daring approach and hope it paid off. I play it safe and keep him talking on Channel 5. I take a more daring approach on Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
You're certainly quite the flirt, but maybe you should buy a girl a drink first before you get too friendly, mister.
Oh, really? I like where this is going. What will you have?
Take a good look at me, then make a guess.
I suddenly worry what a certain district attorney might say, but I like your spirit, Miss Keene.
Like it all you want, but right now you have to guess the spirit.
Okay. You seem like a gin girl. Let me go speak to the bartender.
I await what you two come up with. Carlton would forgive a little manipulative flirting if it got me some better information. While Charlie Gilbert busied himself with guessing the perfect libation, I took the liberty of going through his tennis bag. Judging from the state of the clothes in here, you don't do much actual playing of tennis, do you, Charlie? Not much else in here, though it would help if I knew what I was looking for. Well, hello, what's this? Telegram? Has TF changed his mind yet? Stop. If no, continue to detain. CG. This telegram hasn't been sent yet, but he looks like he's sending it to Peru. TF. Teddy Foxbridge? Is Charlie keeping him against his will in Peru?
Be with you in just a moment.
Nuts. I wish I could have taken the incriminating telegram with me, but I didn't want to arouse suspicion. One thing's for sure, I didn't trust myself to spend much more time alone with Charlie Gilbert after finding that. I made a hasty retreat out of the pool gate before he could return to his table.
Miss Keene? Where did she go?
The taxi dropped me back at Carlton's place, and I breezed in only to find both my gentleman friend and my erstwhile best gal both looking far too worried. What's the matter with the pair of you? Am I that late?
You did seem to take your time. I'm not going to say I was worried, but...
Evelyn wasn't at home. I found myself with a little extra time, so I made one more stop, and I learned a few things. But first, tell me what you found.
Are you sure you're okay?
Of course I am, but what about you?
Kat, I know you were hoping for something more damning when you asked me to look into the financials and paperwork around the mine, but I don't know if I have that. The gossip may say that Charlie Gilbert's made a bad decision, but there are several large corporations here in America looking to make deals for some of the mining operations starting up in Peru. Not just gold, but copper, too. Charlie might be onto something, and it's entirely possible Teddy Foxbridge is not being hoodwinked. There's maybe nothing shady at all about the mine.
Well, that doesn't mean there's no crime going on.
Well, now that you mention it, I did learn something strange. When I requested certain documents to be pulled, I saw that Arthur Erickson had already pulled them days ago, including the ones that detail the exact location of Charlie's mine.
But what can that mean? I'm sure there's an innocent explanation, but after the day I've had, I'm inclined to think the worst.
Marjorie, you were trying to track down the man who tussled with us on the yacht. I take it you found something less pedestrian in your trip to the low side of town?
Never underestimate my charms, darling.
I never do.
You're not serious. You actually managed to learn something?
In spite of what Kent Manning or any of Sterling Gray's other rough-and-tumble detectives might tell you, sometimes you learn more with a bat of your eyelashes and a little genteel flattery. And it helps to pretend that your husband is a no-good scoundrel and you need some slightly unsavory help to sort it out.
You found the thug on the boat?
He was already gone, but the other lowlifes told me plenty. Catherine, I have to tell you that I'm a little worried. This particular gentleman's expertise is in contract killings. They said something about another man in a good suit coming around here and hiring the man to go to Peru and get somebody's husband out of the way.
What did he look like?
Honestly, it could have been either Charlie Gilbert or Arthur Erickson, or anyone else who looks kind of like them. But still, I'm worried.
Based on what we found, I'm pretty sure Teddy Foxbridge is still alive. But I'm now suddenly worried he might not be that way much longer. Carlton, we need to get a message to Peru, and it seems like telegrams might not be fast enough.
Let me make a call or two. The U.S. attorney might be able to put me in touch with the embassy.
And in the meantime, there's a culprit here to deal with.
But we don't have enough evidence.
Then we'll have to draw it out.
Well, on the edge of your seat? Are you certain of the culprit? The time has come to arrive at a solution. I wonder if you've got what it takes to unravel the threads. Let's make a little wager, shall we?
But before that happens, let's have a nice, refreshing Klaxo. Nothing goes with wagering your mortal soul on the correct solution to a mystery like the refreshing taste of Klaxo effervescent tablets. Yes, friends, the power of those little grapefruit bubbles is known to have a keen effect on the memory, and everyone wants to have their noggin in tip-top shape to remember the great deal Klaxo is offering to listeners of this program. And if you'd like to know more...
Enough! Silence! Back in your box! I have the power here! This is my story! This is my deal! These are my souls!
No listener has ever arrived at the correct solution. Your souls are as good as mine already, you poor fools. You'll be collected and give life to my stories in here for another 50 years. There's nothing you can do about it. So turn to Channel 3 and let's finish the program. Only a correct solution will save you. You're likely doomed already, but the story demands an ending, and we play by the rules here. Channel 3, and only Channel 3. You're likely doomed already, but the story...
You have made a selection.
Good for you! I knew you were a discerning customer. I'm so terribly sorry. I'm forbidden from aiding you directly, but I can give you this one hint. Don't be distracted by complexities. Take it from a demon. Crime is simple, but the sins of humanity are many. Guilt and crime are not the same. There are no tricks. There is a solution to this devilish crime.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Thank you all for coming on such short notice.
Your message was urgent. You said it had something to do with Teddy. Is he all right?
Honestly, we don't know. I have Carlton making some calls right now and hope to know more soon. What I'm absolutely certain of is that Teddy Foxbridge was never on that boat, and you all knew it. I think we ought to have a short chat. The police are on the way.
Now, wait just a minute. What exactly is this?
Miss Keene, you better come to the point and in a hurry.
I wouldn't be in such a hurry to get up and leave, any of you. Not until you've heard the evidence we've uncovered.
Evidence? What evidence?
I'm glad you asked. Based on all the clues I had so far, there were several explanations that made sense to me. In all scenarios, the evidence pointed to Teddy never being on that boat. As to why, it's possible Charlie and Evelyn were working together, most likely to steal Teddy's money and invest in the mine while he was trapped in South America. The wedding was just a sham to get the money and use Arthur as an alibi. Of course, it's possible Charlie was acting alone, and Arthur and Evelyn were innocent. Charlie needed the investment, and he was determined to get it any way he could. Or it wasn't about money at all. Maybe it was Arthur, his obsession with Evelyn being the perfect motive to strand Teddy and send a killer to get him out of the picture. Or maybe Evelyn finally had enough of waiting to be a bride. Maybe she got Teddy out of the way to get access to his investments and move on with her life. But there's one more possibility. If you're listening to this, it's possible there is no real solution, and it's all a trick to steal your soul. I accuse Arthur of staging a wedding and plotting a murder on Channel 1. I accuse Charlie of acting alone on Channel 2. I declare it was Charlie and Evelyn working together on Channel 4. I say it was Evelyn acting alone on Channel 5. You can decide this is all a trick and stake your life on it by tuning to Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
There is no solution to this mystery. It's a trap, a trick. It's an unwinnable game to harvest souls to keep us in torment forever. It's cheap and foolish.
You didn't even try to solve the mystery. Pathetic! If I wasn't so amused at your laziness, I'd be insulted how you've wasted my time.
Honestly, weaving a mystery with no solution is a good idea. I'll have to remember that for the next time I strike a bargain to collect souls.
Next time? My dear Klaxo, do you think this arrangement is going to come to an end anytime soon? Just who do you think you're dealing with? No, the show must go on, and on, and on, and on. Now hurry up and take care of harvesting my souls.
This isn't any fun at all.
And that's all the time we have. See you soon. The Klaxo Radio Hour was written, designed, directed, and constructed by Marcy Campos and Jesse V. Hill. Additional programming by Sean Bouchard. Featured in the cast were Sarah Elmaleh as Kat, Michael Anetta as Carlton, Marcy Campos as Marjorie, Patrick Qua as Charlie, Aaron Shaver as Evelyn, Derek Stockwell as Arthur, Sam Roberts as Captain Hughes, Sean Bouchard as the bartender, Amanda Powers as the secretary, and Colin Kelly as Klaxo. This is Jesse V. Hill. Original music composed and performed by Kyle Laporte. Thank you to Dara O'Farrell and the USC Game Innovation Lab. This is the Klaxo Radio Hour, signing off.